Hey, it's TimesComic11, and now that I've finished collection episodes for every LEGO Kalos Pokemon, except for Yveltal, I still have to remake that eventually, I figured I would do a top 10 of my favorites of them like I did for Alola. So this will not be top 10 favorite Kalos Pokemon in general, this is top 10 favorites of the LEGO Pokemon that I've built from Kalos. So there might be some overlap, but it's not the same as what my favorite Pokemon from Kalos would be. It's specifically favorites of the builds that I've done for LEGO Pokemon. So starting off with number 10 is Aurorus. So I like this one because it's big, cute, and I like how the big sail flaps on it came out. Number 9 is Braixen. This one I really like it for the face. The build is relatively simple, though it's also pretty unique because I don't have any other Pokemon that built with this kind of build either. So I guess maybe it's not that simple. Anyway, I like how the tail is on it. It's not a lot of detail, but just generally like this one, especially for the face. I think this was one of the first LEGO Pokemon that I made using the idea for turning a 1x1 on its side to make a pointed snout. Number 8 is Fennekin. So I really like the builds for all of the Fennekin line. This one, it's maybe a little bit cheating to consider it one of my favorite builds because the biggest reason that I like this one so much is because of the ears that I put on with paper. There was just really no way to make the ears otherwise, so I really like how the ears are on that. Number 7 is Chestnut. So this one I really like for the unusual build that I had to do for it, where I talked about this recently in the updated tutorial for it, but the legs and the torso are actually not connected at all. They're only connected through the back, which just makes it pretty interesting. Also like the shape of the arms on this one. The overall silhouette of it, very round, despite not actually having many round parts to it. Number 6 is Barbaracle. I can't really explain why I love this one, I just do. Number 5 is Gudra. I really like the face on this one and all the circle parts. I mean, the circle, not parts, but circle stuff drawn on it. And I also just really like how round it is. Very round and smooth build. Gudra's just very cute and friend-shaped. Number 4, Pumpkaboo. So this one's really, really simple, but I just absolutely love it. I really like its simple little cat face and just how round it is. There's really not much to it, but it just works. I think in general I really like builds that use designs like this, where I'm just putting tiles all around something to make it look round. I don't know why, I just really like that combination for things in general. For number 3, Noivern. So this one I absolutely love for the wing design. This was a really fun wing design to make it very movable. You can pose it around in all different ways. Since there's, let's see, 1, 2, 4 points of articulation on the wings. This is probably one of the most posable LEGO Pokemon that I've ever made. And before we get to number 2, I have a couple honorable mentions. So first is Gorgeist. I like this one for a lot of the same reasons as Pumpkaboo, but it's just not as cute, so it didn't make the list. But I also just really like how round it is. And then Clawitzer. I like this one for the unusual build that I had to do with it to attach the main body onto the side of the cannon. That one was a fun one to come up with. And this one's an honorable mention because just didn't quite feel right putting on the list because it's not technically a Kalos Pokemon, but Hisuian Avalugg. I don't really like the regular Avalugg build that much, but the Hisuian Avalugg build, I really like this one. I just didn't feel like it was quite fair to give it a spot on the list because it is a Hisui Pokemon and not actually a Kalos Pokemon, so it just gets an honorable mention here. Now for my second favorite LEGO Kalos Pokemon, Zygarde. So I like serpentine builds in general, but this one especially, I just really like how the face came out for it. Right? I guess just head. I'm not even sure if you can even call it a face. I mean, I think these are supposed to be eyes, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, I just really like the shape of this one. And how I needed to make a bunch of points of articulation to get this whole crown thing to work. And now for my most favorite LEGO Kalos Pokemon, it would be Delphox. So I really like the Fennekin line in general. That's why all of them are on the list. Well, not just because I like them, but because I just really like the designs of them, so trying to get them to look right in LEGO form makes me like them a lot. It's pretty simple, but I just really like the design of this with the tiny little arms stuck on there. Like, there's not really a lot to say about why I like the build, I just really like this one. Also really like the face on it. Anyway, let me know which ones were your favorites out of all of my LEGO Kalos Pokemon. If you want to see the full list, then you can check out the LEGO Kalos playlist on screen around here right now. And I will be continuing with having updated tutorials on all the LEGO Kalos Pokemon. Next week should be Pyroar, and I forget what comes after Pyroar, but I'll be including whatever the next Pokemon after Pyroar is along with Pyroar. Anyway, if you watched the end, then comment Blossom Dance down below. Let me know what your favorite Kalos Pokemon were out of all of the LEGO Kalos Mons I've made. And if you want to see all of them, then check the playlist on screen. So, see you next time.